Hey everyone, so today was iPhone 14 launch day and I was able to get my hands on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So really excited about that. I wanted to do a quick unboxing, first impressions video for you guys, talk about features, obviously talk about the dynamic island, the always on display, and just the overall experience with this new phone. Unboxing this phone, just like the past two iPhones, all you really get is the iPhone in the box and the lightning cord. Maybe some paperwork in there too. No charging brick anymore on any iPhone, as we all know. I decided to go for the Space Black. And the reason I went for the Space Black is because I'm upgrading from a 12 Pro Max and I had the graphite and that was the closest to the two. If you want to compare it to the 12 Pro Max, you can see how much darker the actual phone is, especially the stainless steel rails around the phone. And you can see the big difference in the camera bump too. Big difference in the camera bumps. I know this new iPhone has all new sensors for its camera array, so you can really see the difference that 2 years has made to this camera bump. Another big difference between this is the new 6.7 inch OLED Super Retina XDR display. That's a mouthful. Compared to my 12, it's got 120 hertz. So just the Pro models have the 120 hertz Pro Motion display. So everything looks really smooth. The brightness on the panel has been raised. So about 1600 nits in HDR and up to 2000 nits of brightness. So if you're outside, this is going to be best in class actually for you to be able to see what you want to see on your phone. There's also an always on display. It doesn't work the way I thought it would work. It is very bright compared to other always on displays. When you hit the power button and you're on the always on display setting, you have to tap it again to be able to use any of the widgets. It won't work. It's just dimmed everything down. So if you want to check a notification, you tap it and it goes to your lock screen. It's just showing you all the information. It works a little bit more differently than what I thought the always on display would be. The reason this display can do that is because it can go up down to 1 hertz refresh rate, all the way down from 120. It can go down to 1 hertz, saving you battery, like the elephant in the room. It's the dynamic island. I really enjoy what Apple's done here. They've made hardware into software. They've made it into like an art. Feels like a seamless part of the UI. Not all apps use it yet, but I know the APIs are out so that other apps can use it. If I'm using Apple Music, I can, slide it up. My Face ID will actually go in there. Connecting your AirPods will show in there now. Your phone calls will show up there. So I'm excited to see where this will go because it is something that's elegant. I really like the merging of hardware and software. It's pretty cool. The only caveat I have with that on the display is because of how much lower the pill shape goes out to, it might be a little bit of a distraction. Say you're gaming or you're consuming some media on the iPhone. It might be something that's a little bit more distracting than it usually would be. Another thing is the cameras. As I said, as I was showing the side by side, these cameras are huge. The modules do stick out. You're getting a 48 megapixel main lens. It's a step up, and Apple has that great computational photography. So using that, if you go in Pro RAW, you can actually shoot at the 48 megapixels. So you can really blow up a picture if you really wanted to. If not, it does pixel binning and it shoots down to 12 megapixels. There's also a 12 megapixel telephoto lens and a 12 megapixel wide angle lens, supposedly 2 times better in low light. The pictures I took look amazing, but I'll be honest, I thought the iPhone 12 Pro Max was amazing in that regard. So this is a slight bump up, I guess, from the 13 and the 12. Photos are getting so good on these devices. Apple's AI really raises the bar on that as well. The videos look really good. Something about my channel, actually, all my B-roll is usually shot on the 12 Pro Max. So I'm gonna be, bringing it over to the 14 Pro Max and shoot all my B-roll that way. It's just more convenient for me. I can, I edit off my iPad so I can actually just airdrop the videos over. I don't need to transfer any files or anything in that regard. There's also an action mode. I believe it shoots in 2.8K. It's a crop of the 4K video, and it's like hyper smooth, like that GoPro's had, to make sure that if you're shaking, jittering, or let's say an action scene, it will smooth out that scene. That's another feature that's more software than hardware, I would figure. Last few points, if you get the 14 Pro Max, you get the new A16 Bionic chip. So it's again a slight bump from the A15. Nothing super major. You're gonna get an extra hour of battery life. And lastly, they updated the front sensor for the front selfie camera to 12 megapixels. I also have a recommendation for a case. I've been using Spigen for a while. No, they're not sponsored. They didn't reach out to me. I'm paying for it out of my own pocket, but I've always liked their cases. So I'm getting a MagSafe case from them and a screen protector just to protect my device. Those actually come tomorrow. I got the phone on launch day, so my phone is in the nude. Link for those will be in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, if you can like, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. My name is Ben, and take care.